Hi, I'm Jeffrey.
And I'm Spencer.
We are here at the Roundhouse in London. We're the band Camino, and we're going to be talking to Guitar Guitar about some of our gear and some of our guitars. This is an Epiphone 339. I like it a lot. This one's a little more versatile. I have a 335 at home that I love, that's so sick for clean tones and stuff, but this one I feel like kind of covers a lot of ground. You know, it can do cleaner stuff pretty well. It also can I do a lot of rhythm. Spencer does a lot of lead, so this kind of just covers a lot of that territory that I'm trying to cover. I mean, it just sounds good. Feels good in my hands. It makes me, like, I'm used to the 335, so it feels small, which I love.
I am rocking the Xterra from the Prophecy series, Epiphone Prophecy series. It's got the Fishman Fluence pickups, which are sick, active pickups. You can flip this and you've got a humbucker, flip it again, you've got a single coil. Super, super versatile. I love it. I've been playing it for a couple years now. Actually Caesar, who, the owner of Gibson, president of Gibson, I should say, put me onto this, and haven't really looked back since. Because I do play a pretty high gain set, typically, but when I'm at home recording, generally speaking, I'll use that for everything. I'll plug into Neurals like their plugins, and it can go all the way from the cleanest possible to the dirtiest possible. So it's pretty sick. And it's like, I think they're like $800 American USD. Like, it's super affordable, and if you're looking for just something that's gonna just get the job done, and it looks sick, you know, like, they do such a good job. The burst is great. I also have an SG at home, and we have a Les Paul as well. So I have multiple of all three models, which is, you know, maybe a little redundant, but I think they're sick, so why not?
Couple acoustics.
Yep.
Epiphone J45.
Yeah, we've got an Epiphone J45 and then just a regular Gibson J45 as well. We played J45s in our set back in America, and honestly, we've been incredibly surprised with how well the Epiphone stands up next to
the Epiphone sounds incredible.
It does.
It didn't come with the flame strap. I actually added that myself.
Brought that himself, yeah.
But this is my first time, or one of my first tours, playing a Gibson on stage for a few songs, and it's been amazing. This thing sounds so good. Spencer's put me on. Whatever the stock pickup is in the Epiphone, I mean, the Gibson too, you've been playing the Gibson, I've been playing the Epiphone. Whatever the stock pickup is in that sounds so good. Straight into the Quad Cortex, through like an acoustic sim kind of with some different stuff on it, and then
just like a compressor and maybe like a slight EQ on it, but for the most part, it's pretty clean straight through. So when we first started as a band, we did run amps on stage. Jeff ran a twin reverb, like a, was it from a specific
a deluxe?
It was a deluxe reverb. Sorry.
But yeah, we had amps and pedal boards for years, and then
I ran a JC40 for forever. Which was sick.
He has every
I still
size.
have it at my house, and I'll still play it. I play it every day that I'm home, which is really fun. But we decided, you know, we wanted a kind of a cleaner footprint on stage, just kind of like a sexier kind of look. So we went from amps to just running Quad Cortex off stage, and now we just run an expression pedal and a tuner up on stage. Which for Jeff, he also plays Evertunes, so it's just a little safety mechanism more than anything. So
yeah, obviously amps are sick, and hopefully we'll get back once we have the budget and the space to like tour with amps again and have all this stuff, just to have stage volume. Like, amps just look cool and sound good, but just to eliminate a room for air, kind of like in the days where we were just cramming gear into a trailer, kind of having stuff, which we finally just got to the point where we don't have anything on stage, but switching to, you know, Quad Cortex, or we were on Helixes for a while, but just eliminating the pedal board and the amp and just like consistency every night, direct to front of house. Now we don't have anything on stage, so everything's MIDI mapped. Garrison triggers the song from the drums, all the changes go, I mean, even mid-song, like I'm going from verse tone to chorus tone, don't have to touch anything, which is pretty wild.
It's nice.
And I still have expression pedal, so if I need to kill volume, whatever, do some swells, worship swells, whatever.
Yeah. And our pedals don't get all messed up, so we get to still use them at home.
Yeah. Our pedal boards are just sitting at home, wishing they were
getting used. Our manager Jameson actually came up with a nice little contraption, like this big square gator case, and we have like 4 kind of racked up together.
We'll go over and show you the setup, but we have it. It's pretty icy. We have one backup, and then we have all of them coming out of one case, and it's pretty easy to travel with. Yeah.
Very
Even for fly dates and stuff, it's one of the lighter cases.
easy.
And you have basically enough stuff to replace, 4 amps, 4 pedal boards, all that stuff in one fly case, which is crazy.
I mean, I think we've always wanted and prioritized performance over anything, and I think when you've got your head down, kind of stomping on stuff, it can sometimes take away from you connecting with the crowd. So I think that has always been something we were hoping that we could do. I don't know if we were ever really, like early on, if we had super intentional plans for that, but
yeah. Well, as the shows have gotten bigger too, and just as things have, like, eliminating any kind of room for error on stage is great, and just eliminating the number of things that can go wrong for user error, especially. I mean, obviously hitting pedals and stuff isn't difficult, but just like having it all MIDI mapped and then having, everything consistent every night just helps us worry about other things during the show and not that. Oh yeah.
Definitely. I think it even sounds better in our ear. It sounds like a recording in our ears, which is incredible. Like the fact that you can create something. I mean, when you're playing, you want to feel like you're playing to. You want to feel like it sounds really, really good. So the only way to really do that is to make it sound really, really good.
I have mine super loud too, so in my ears, so I can feel it. I mean, eventually we're gonna, we always say this, but hopefully one day, again, once we have, extra money to spend on extra trucks and that kind of stuff on tour, like we'll have some stage volume, just because why not? But that's just money on trucks and rentals and more space in the truck. But we're talking about doing floor wedges again, maybe next tour, just so there's some stage volume. Who knows? But the in-ears do a great job, especially with the Cortex and the ears together.
Yeah. Shout out to All Clear for supplying the boys with some new ears right before tour. They're sick.
I don't have some, but I'm gonna get some because they've been talking about how good they are.
Yeah. So. Just a little plug for that. I've gone through a couple of different phases of what kind of gauge string I like. I used to rock a very, very heavy low E string and kind of like a lighter top couple of strings, just because I like how I could hear I could hear a difference in just the tonality and how full it was when you have a thicker gauge string on the bottom. But eventually I started kind of soloing a little bit more on this lower E, and it's basically like trying to rock like a piano string, so it was just kind of wasn't worth the trouble. And with the Cortex, like you can essentially just make the low end sound like that anyway, so you might as well just go with what plays the easiest. So now we just do, 52s to 10s?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
right down the middle.
Yeah, and we're with Diodario, and they're sick. They're amazing.
We were on different strings for a long time, but the last couple tours we've just been rocking the same strings.
Yeah.
Every 2 or 3 shows.
Depending on if I accidentally break string or not. I feel like I break strings pretty regularly, so
yeah.
It could be every show or like every other show. It used to be every show.
Yeah, it used to be every show.
Every single show.
I've broken 2 strings on this tour, which is like kind of like a lot for me.
Yeah.
2 strings in 18 shows-ish, like, cool. I
Yeah.
broke a D string, which I've never done before. Honestly.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh yeah, so I used to have this, it's like my greatest regret in the world. Not my greatest regret, that's a little dramatic, but I do regret doing this. Whenever before we met our manager and before we moved to Nashville and all that stuff, we were still playing, I bought this, it was a matte black, like a satin black, or a Gibson 339. It was like a Memphis edition. We were from Memphis, like it just felt like correct. And it was amazing. It just didn't fit where we were as a band at the time. and I needed some money, so I ended up selling it to Chicago Music Exchange. And now I can't even remember what I bought with the money, and I'm sure it wasn't anywhere near as important as that guitar was to me, and I regret doing that. But it was a sick guitar. It was a lot like this, but it was Gibson, and yeah, just got a nice matte black finish on it. Ugh, it was a nice guitar. So I wish I had that. I wish I had that back.
Maybe it'll find its way back to you
I think it will. I think it will.
one day.
If you bought that specific guitar in Chicago around like 2017, it's probably mine.
They're gonna be like, yeah, we have it. It's $20,000.
Awesome. I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Might be worth it. What about you? What kind of guitar do you wish you had?
I kind of have all the ones I wish I had. I wish I owned a J45. And after playing this, which we have one out on the tour, thanks to Gibson, but the Epiphone J45 is like kind of blowing my mind. So that might be my next addition. So
Yeah. Oh, and I also have an Epiphone, like master built Epiphone at home, acoustic. Wish that I had brought that as well. Pretty sick.
all right, we're the band Camino. We're wrapping up our Europe tour here in London. Thanks for checking out the gear with us. And we just put out a song today. It's called Last Man in the World. Go stream it.